Crime Shadows based on true crime stories. In the heart of Auckland, New Zealand, a city known for its breathtaking landscape and warm hospitality, a tragic event unfolded that would send shockwaves across the globe. This is the harrowing tale of Grace Millane, a young British backpacker whose journey of self-discovery met a devastating end. The journey begins. Grace Millane was a 21-year-old graduate from the University of Lincoln, embarking on a year-long, around-the-world adventure. Her travels brought her to New Zealand, a country celebrated for its majestic scenery and friendly locals. On the eve of her 22nd birthday, December 1st, 2018, Grace found herself in Auckland, the bustling metropolis of the North Island. A fateful encounter. Seeking companionship in a foreign land, Grace turned to a popular dating app where she connected with a 26-year-old man. Their initial massages were filled with light-hearted banter and shared interests, leading to plans for an evening together. They met in the heart of the city, their laughter echoing through the night as they visited several bars. Surveillance footage later revealed the pair walking hand in hand, seemingly enjoying each other's company. The last hours. As the night deepened, they returned to the man's apartment, a modern high-rise offering panoramic views of the city. What transpired within those walls remains a chilling mystery. The man would later claim that during consensual intimacy, an act of erotic asphyxiation went tragically wrong. However, the evidence painted a more sinister picture. A sinister cover-up. In the hours following Grace's death, the man exhibited behaviors that defied comprehension. He conducted internet searches on how to dispose of a body and viewed explicit content. The following morning, he purchased cleaning supplies and a large suitcase. Security cameras captured him transporting the suitcase, later found to contain Grace's body, to a rented vehicle. He then drove to the Waitakere Ranges, a dense forest on the outskirts of the city, where he buried her in a shallow grave. The investigation unfolds. Grace's family grew concerned when she failed to respond to birthday messages. Their worry escalated into panic, prompting them to report her missing. The New Zealand police launched an extensive investigation, piecing together Grace's last known movements through CCTV footage and witness testimonies. Their efforts led them to the man, who initially denied any involvement. However, inconsistencies in his story and damning evidence led to his arrest. The trial. The courtroom became a battleground of narratives. The defense argued that Grace's death was a tragic accident resulting from consensual rough sex. They portrayed her as an adventurous young woman exploring her sexuality. The prosecution, however, presented a case of calculated murder, highlighting the man's attempts to cover up his actions and his disturbing post-offense behavior. After weeks of testimony, the jury found him guilty of murder. He was sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum non-parole period of 17 years. The nation mourns. Grace's death resonated deeply within New Zealand and beyond. Vigils were held across the country, with citizens expressing sorrow and solidarity. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern publicly apologized to Grace's family, stating, "Your daughter should have been safe here, and she wasn't. I'm sorry for that." Landmarks were illuminated in her honor, symbolizing a nation's collective grief, echoes of a global issues. Grace's tragic end is not an isolated incident. It underscores a disturbing global pattern of violence against women, often under the guise of consensual acts gone wrong. The so-called rough sex defense has been employed in various cases worldwide, leading to debates about victim blaming and the need for legal reforms. In the United Kingdom, campaigns like "We Can't Consent to This" have emerged, highlighting numerous cases where this defense was used to mitigate culpability in violent crimes against women. A call to action. Grace Millane's story serves as a poignant reminder of the vulnerabilities faced by women globally. It calls for introspection on societal attitudes towards consent sexuality, and the alarming normalization of violence in intimate settings. Legal systems worldwide are urged to scrutinize defenses that perpetuate victim blaming and to ensure that justice is served without prejudice.